again here in Dagda Live Club, and we are talking with Ray.
Hello!
And we're so happy to have you here. I mean, you are actually mates. I don't know how to find you, and you are Ray. So I want to ask you, how do you feel when people ask you, "Oh God, you're amazing!"
Well, Vivi, do you want to answer this?
No.
No?
No. That's a great start.
Well, it's always an honor if people are excited about our music, obviously, and our appearance. Every musician, I mean, the biggest applause that a musician can get is the positive feedback from the audience. It's not always about the business side of things or the whatever. It's about the reaction of the people, and that's the best thing that can happen to a band. Actually,
Absolutely.
this is what we enjoy the most, and it's always an honor. And we are grateful because those people keep us surviving. That we can do what we do.
Amazing.
Oh, that's great. And so, yeah. So, 20 years have passed, and can you sum up your transformation, your changings, line-up, and so on?
Well, I think PV, who was there from the first second, which is now approximately 250 years. It's like 30,
32, 33 years.
Cretaceous age or something like this.
Yes. Yeah. PV?
Yeah.
How was the journey through the 33 years?
33?
4?
Whatever.
Something like
That's a
that.
lot of time.
Somewhere in the last century or something. Yeah, it was nice, and it's pretty good that we can relax now, because this is the last lineup of the band, and don't have to think about this anymore. It's always a pain in the ass when you have to change a lineup. You never do this on purpose.
I can
anymore,
imagine, actually.
because you just feel like
Oh, God.
changing something or so. It's always a problem when people change over the years, and a lineup might work for a couple of years, and then something is changing within the life of the personal life of some people, or people are changing in general, and then it's not working anymore. If you want to continue doing this in a way that you can look the fans still in the eye and deliver what they expect from you, and sometimes you just need to do this cut.
And how did your music change with
the years?
Yeah, with the years.
I hope not too much.
Not too much.
Of course, when you play with, when you have different people in the band, every musician has a personal note playing on his instrument. So some little expressions might change, of course, but I hope we could keep like a red line over all the years. And yeah, I leave it up to the fans.
Yeah, that's a great thing, actually.
To think about this or to judge this. I did the best I could over the years.
There is a main color, and you actually maintained it. And so, talking about rage, which part does rage have in your music?
Well, I think the aggressivity of the music, you know, the strong and the strength of the music itself is really powerful, really energetic, and this is the rage. Even though the name of the band is Rage, we are just a very happy people between each other, and we really have a great time. So it's not something like, you know, like we hate everybody and stuff like that, or everybody have to hate each other. And no, it's just a name. It's just a name which fits perfect with the music, and it's really into the rage thing. It's really energetic. It's really powerful. This is what I mean. The name means.
Lyrics or music?
Sorry.
Lyrics.
Both.
Okay. What's you?
I have to take this thing out of
This is part of my burger, part of my dinner.
Yeah.
You see, that's the Russian thing. That's the hate we have between each other.
Enormous hate.
Yeah, sure.
Listen, talking about your last album, what would you like to tell us?
The last or the last?
The devil album, I guess.
Yeah, the devil.
Yeah.
Because we are shortly before releasing a new one,
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
end of July. Yeah, I hope we get back to the old strength with the devil album, and also with the new one, of course, which goes in a similar direction. And still very happy with it. It is a kind of correction of all the little stylistic mistakes that were done in a few years before. You know, when it all was drifting a little bit too much into the progressive kind of
virtuosism, or whatever we call it. You know.
practice, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess we corrected all this and brought it back on the focus, the main stylistic focus for this day.
What I'd like to add is that every era of this band, with every different lineup, had delivered very good songs. Marcus and I, we are fans of this band since forever. When Pee was active with other lineups, we were supporters of this band always. And every era has its good moments, very good albums, good songs and all this. And when we started with this new lineup, it was about time to, as we felt, it's not something that you do with your head, it's something that you do with your heart. It was about time to come back to a certain stylistic direction the band had at the beginning of the 90s. In the era of Black in Mind album, End of All Days and this. This was for us, more the ID of the band, the identification, the DNA of the band, if you want. So we tried to match this with the album somehow by heart. It was not like, let's go this way. It was like, this is what came out. And we were very happy with the result. And the next album, by the way, is still sticking to this direction. It's not going to be any progressive stuff or so. It's still power metalish. It's straight. It's aggressive on the one side and trashy, and on the other hand, and it's those guys who write this music, those two, it's very emotional with all those nice harmonies that Rockland Rodriguez can do.
The main DNA of this band is the way that I'm composing. I'm using harmonies and melody structures or so. And the fact that Marcos kind of grew up with this band, and it was a very big influence for him.
For my songwriting,
so his natural songwriting fits matches perfectly with the way that I write. So it's very easy for us to
achieve really good songs, really rage songs.
That sound very much like this band.
Yeah, correct.
DNA.
If I may say, that's a beautiful way to make music come to life, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
And so, talking about metal, what do you think about the influence you can have in other groups of the genre?
Influences. We have many influences. I mean, we listen to.
You mean that the influences that we have?
You can.
Or the influences that.
You can answer.
Okay, so.
Either way.
In a way, okay, our influences. So songwriting comes from the really early 60s to the newest things in metal. I mean, we listen bands like Beatles, and we listen bands like Meshuggah. I mean, we listen to and everything in between. And the influence of Rage outside.
Well, I'd say, I mean, being a fan of the band, I have to talk as a fan and not as a musician within the band. I discovered a lot of bands that were influenced by the Rage music, obviously, a band that is around for more than 30 years and did like 23 releases and things, or no, albums, releases way more. Many bands would be influenced by this. Remember that it was one of the first bands, if not the first, who did the orchestral thing back in the 90s.
For metal, it was
for metal. And after that, many bands, even big bands, Metallica and others, followed with this style. I mean, I don't want to say that they listened to this and then they did the same, but of course, if you are a prototype in something and then later something is following, it means something.
Yeah, of course.
Other than that, you can listen in some of the other bands, and they even talk about this in interviews and things, that they like the progressions that Rage always used to use in their songs. So I think Rage is one of the fundamental German power metal institutions in the music environment that influence a lot of bands, and still there is more to come.
Okay, fantastic.
We're just heading for a new climax.
Yeah, fantastic. And so, last question. What do you think about the musical world around you? There are some genres you hate.
There's some what we hate?
Somebody like bands that we don't like or stuff like that. Well, I mean.
What also genre? Like in music, I mean.
The thing is, and I'm gonna talk about me right now. I listen to all kind of stuff. I don't very open mind actually. I can, go to a record shop and get an album from Cataclysm, and get an album from Joe Pass, and get an album from Gloria Estefan. I mean,
it's the same.
In the same shopping, yes.
Yeah.
I listen to all the culture. I mean, also like world music. I listen to a lot of jazz and metal and a lot of pop and electronic. I mean, I think if you put like a style, like I'm gonna listen to this, then you're gonna close in to discover something that you might like.
In addition, you have to see, I mean, we are three different musicians from three different cultures. I mean, I grew up with Greek traditional music, you with Spanish. Vivi is very much into classic music from his early days. He plays classic guitar and all those things. We have a wide range of music, but in my case, I can only say that I like handmade music. I don't like very much the programmed music, let's say, this digital thing, because I don't understand it. It's not that I hate it, but I don't understand it. If it's handmade instruments, people who play instruments, then it's something that attracts me, and it doesn't matter what genre it's coming from. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah. And I don't like this kind of cloned industry stuff.
Yeah.
It's not creative anymore.
And so, well, I have to give you a little time to.
No, thank you. Thank you for having us here.
Grazie mille.
And so, we're finished. We'll see you later on stage, and bye bye.